Hello, Nerdy Librarian here. Welcome to episode 6 of this legendary playthrough of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim that I've been leading you through. So, last episode, let's just say it was a bit of a mess. There was a lot going on with it. When last we left Felix Oddball, he had made his way back to Riverwood following having slain Saluknir, a dragon that was being raised from the dead near Windhelm. Upon returning, he was met on the road by two masked and cloaked individuals, cultists of an individual known as Mirak, claiming that there was one and only Dragonborn, and that Felix was an imposter, a fake, someone that could not be allowed to exist. Battle ensued from there, and Felix had to rush into the trees away from the town of Riverwood, fearing that the individuals within the town would be killed by these cultists. Battle was done within the wilds of Skyrim, with Felix eventually gaining the upper hand over these two cultists, albeit after a very long and arrow-intensive battle. I will say that took a lot of arrows to accomplish. That was insane. Not gonna lie. But upon doing that, Felix was finally able to take the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, which had been taken by Delphine, who is a member of the Blades, an organization that was tasked with protecting the Dragonborn Emperor of the Septum Line, until the Septum Line ended at the end of the Third Era. So there's a 200-year gap there, which you can see in the bottom right corner where it says 4E201, so 4th Era 201. Upon the end of the Septum Line, the next era began. So for 200 years, the Blades really didn't have much of a purpose until this point, when dragons started to come back to life. Delphine had masqueraded as an innkeeper in small town of Riverwood, one of the last remaining Blades, a descendant of other Blades. We don't necessarily know her backstory too much, aside from that. So, yeah. But, upon taking the horn of Jurgen Windcaller back to High Hrothgar, Felix learned the final word of the unrelenting fourth shout. Or, as I like to say, finally ascended. We are finally past the tutorial of this game. AKA, we have the most powerful shout in the game. Well, at least that's my opinion. To be honest, Stormcall is probably much more powerful, but Unrelenting Force is much more versatile and much more comedic. So therefore, I put that as my number one. But I digress. Anyways, upon receiving that, he received the greeting from the Greybeards, facing the unbridled force of their collected shouts in a ceremony, symbolically stating that, yes, indeed, this is the Dragonborn of legend, and he has the blessing of those of High Hrothgar, of the Greybeards. And then, something that had been an oversight on my part from a couple episodes ago, before making the ascent to High Hrothgar on the Throat of the World, had talked to a man named Klimek, living in town of Iverstead at the base of the mountain, who needed assistance carrying supplies up to the Greybeards at High Hrothgar. Felix finally collected on that, which earned him 750 gold, which is a very nice sum, might I add. And then I believe that's where we left it off last episode. Although there were a couple of other things that were done as part of this. Last episode went through the inventory with the books part of the inventory, reading through the various notes, bounties, and potential quest items that there were. And one of them was, well, so prior to doing that, Felix had received a messenger on the road, actually meeting him at Iverstead, with a message from an individual named Calselmo in Markarth. An individual who was researching the Dwemer, or dwarves, if you will. The ancient Dwemer dwarves that had existed in Skyrim, and was interested in the dwarven bow of Arkeen that Felix had acquired from a Khajiit merchant outside of Whiterun. I still don't know how he knows about that, to be honest. Although, there's probably magic involved. Skyrim goes into all sorts of magics, but doesn't necessarily delve into much of the scrying or visual magics of being able to see a person or an object from a faraway distance. So there is that. There's some things I'm still in the dark about. But you know what? That's fine. And one more thing, with reading those notes in the books part of the inventory, read a note from Risad, a Khajiit individual, actually one of these same Khajiit individuals that Felix had bought the dwarven bow of Arkeen from, and who had been accosted and attacked by various bandit gangs along the roads with the names of Saints and Seducers, with what he claimed were strange weapons and armor. Noted the locations and offered a reward. So, all of that happened last episode. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to keep track of, I swear. But, good news is, now we can finally jump into this episode. Which, I know, it's been a very long intro here. What to do just in the small town of Iverstead. So, the next mission that we have coming up here on the docket in the main quest line of Skyrim is diplomatic immunity. This is one that I'm not very good at this mission. I'm not going to lie. The reason for that is it involves a certain amount of stealth, which I'm good with playing stealth characters in Skyrim, sneaky characters. The problem being, I don't know if there's necessarily a good way to sneak past
You're new around here, so I'll go easy
individuals.
on you, but don't get on my bad side.
Okay, Frodnar. Don't be a little brat.
Yes?
I don't think you would have. Come on, I have a plan.
Don't you just love that? You enter into a tavern in Skyrim and you just get a weird individual while you're still in the loading screen going, yes. It's like, I'm sorry, did I spawn inside of you accidentally? Man, okay. Well, Delphine, I made it back. What have we got here? Can anything good here?
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
That didn't take long.
I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them.
So what's your plan? How do I infiltrate the Thalmor embassy?
The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Who's this contact of yours? Are you sure I can trust him?
Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do.
Oh, you're
He's a
calling
wood
me
elf.
dangerous.
The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties.
Oh dear. How am I going to get into this party?
Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards.
Once I'm inside the embassy, then what?
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
I'll see you in Solitude after you meet Malborn. Best of luck, Delphine.
Sounds good. Be careful.
When he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk, you lie, you drink all our mead."
I don't have time to enjoy the music. I'm sorry. I have stuff to do. I have a party to crash, believe it or not. According to this. So, the Winking Skeever. She asks if I know the Winking Skeever. I haven't been to Solitude yet in this game. In this playthrough. Oh, that's fun. Okay. And I won't waste time by trying to run between locations too much. Let's just fast travel a little bit, if we can at all possible. Hello, Bjorlum.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
I was wondering if you could take me to the far reaches of Solitude.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Such
First
a
time
deadpan.
to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you already knew that.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that it just cuts to a loading screen with exposition from the carriage driver. I mean, it would be nice to be able to receive history from him at the same time.
If you've
Like,
come to Solitude to join
I have
the Legion,
places
speak to Rika.
Go.
If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
End up like Rockfire. Huh. Wonder who Rockfire is. Interesting question. You're about to find out.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder.
Ulfric challenged Torig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. Boo! On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Ooh. Oh dear. So, yeah. That is the man that purportedly helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape from being imprisoned in solitude. Or allowed him to escape the city after having killed the High King Torrig. Which is another piece in the puzzle of how he ended up in a cart heading to Helgen. But yeah, that's a little bit of exposition, and that always happens the first time you go into Solitude. So.
Need something?
Our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
What kinds of things should I bring?
You're asking me? She promised that she was sending someone who knew what they were doing. If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and kill quickly.
I'm ready. Here's what I'll need.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Obviously I want to give him that. Give him the arrows. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that. That's not gonna do much good here. Dagger might have been nice, but I don't have that. Don't have any stealth enchantments. That's not great. Those will be nice. Because it's light armor, I think should be a little easier to deal with. It won't make as much noise. If worst comes to worst, I mean, might have to use those things. Well, there might be other potions in here, I don't know. Skirmishers might be good. Well, yeah, I should take a one-handed sword as well. I'm not gonna take the strong arrows because I like to save those for other situations. Healing potions, obviously. Take 2 of those. Obviously those. Yeah, no, don't take those. I don't think I'm gonna need Cure Disease. Draft of the Healer, that might be good. Draft of Health. Okay. Yeah. So now he's on his way out. So, now that I've done that, I need to meet Delphine at the stables. So that's what I'll do.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Alright, Melbourne. Alright, Melbourne. He's got quite the tongue on him, I swear. He seems a little bit sarcastic, and...
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a
yes,
spy.
Yes,
take care of
yes,
the
I know
rest.
Malburn. This is gonna be very unfortunate, but yeah, ooh. Yeah, I am the Solitude Streaker. I'm so sorry. There, that better? Yes, yes it is.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kyne's Grove this time.
I know. Wood travels fast. Thank you for the update, though. The Solitude Streaker. Man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I didn't even realize. I'm so sorry. Felix Oddball was just streaking. That was unfortunate.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn. I just don't know it yet.
Maybe. Keep dreaming. Okay.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy?
Yes. Malburn's all set.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that.
Thank you for that, Delphine. I don't want to, I don't want to, change in front of you. So there we go. Obviously need to take that off. Ooh. Always hit the wrong button. Huh. Well, that's odd. I gave my iron arrows to Malborn. So why am I still wearing them? It's a little X-Files stuff going on there. I swear.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
Thank you for the confidence, Delphine. I'm ready. Keep the rest of my things safe for me, please.
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Yeah, Felix is still wearing those iron arrows. I don't quite understand it.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Ah. Understood.
There's not enough drinking in the world today, wouldn't you agree?
You know, I have no idea.
I will just rest here.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy.
Damnably cold.
Your invitation, please.
I don't look forward to the trip back down.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc.
This place is armed to the gills. Thalmor, mix of soldiers and magic users.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
I heard Elenwen say she's going to open a bottle of her best.
My name is Felix Oddball. Pleased to meet you.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arinthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Lady Helen.
Just like in the tales of old.
Alright. So we're in the party. We are in the party. Which is good. I'm just gonna quick save. Ah, this is the man that I didn't... Ah,
The Grey Quarter in Windhelm is little more than a slum.
you are the man that I met outside. Yes.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
What brings you to this party?
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwen's little soirees.
So,
But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not.
Sorry to be so direct. It's honestly my first time. But you were mentioning something about drink. You look thirsty, friend.
My friend, you are very perceptive. I have a powerful thirst that cannot be slaked. And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Elenwen must have told them to cut me off. Frigid bitch. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose.
Said it better myself. It's been some time since I've had news.
I need another drink.
What have you heard?
Well, there might
The Great War is... For the man who knows how to make money, war can be a most profitable venture.
You sound like quite the businessman.
But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford.
What brings you to this party?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money.
Well, enjoy the party, friend.
Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, serving girl. What's your name, dear?
Ah, Brayler, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
No, that's not what I'm interested
Oh,
in.
dear.
Right now.
I'm gonna walk away from that.
I like what I see, my dear.
He's kind of, sketchy. You,
Very discriminating.
None of these people cares a whit about the religious aspects of this war.
Thank you,
Another sign of the degeneracy of your empire.
Oh.
Not at the moment. Maybe later.
What brings you to this party, friend?
There are those in the empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics.
Yes, I agree.
I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
Thank you.
It's not really a fair comparison.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of walking around this party, you know, trying to, talk with a few individuals, get the general gist, learn a few things, and then, blend in a little bit, and then sneak away.
I find these parties such a dreadful bore.
Do you want me to help? Do you want to help me with something?
Oh? Something interesting, I hope.
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
I don't know. I don't want to do anything that might offend Elenwen. There is a lot of money at stake, after all.
Yes. Never mind.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I really shouldn't risk getting on Elenwen's bad side.
Now, I could have persuaded there,
What
but
can I get for you?
I'd like a drink, please.
Here you go, sir. Colovian brandy.
Why, thank you.
Good day.
Colovian brandy.
I don't recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim. See that disgusting drunk over there? A high-ranking official in the East Empire Company, believe it or not.
What's her relation? What?
Until next time.
I'll just skip talking to Maven Blackbriar.
Help yourself to more wine.
Just between us, I've got more important things to do than attend these meaningless parties.
You don't look happy to be here.
Is it that obvious? I should take pains to seem more happy. I wouldn't want to upset our host. But the truth of it is, I have a mountain of paperwork back in Windhelm, and it's not getting any smaller. I just hope this party doesn't drag on all night.
What brings you to this party?
Ill luck. I'm a busy man, and I don't have time for this sort of frivolity. But at the same time, I don't dare refuse an invitation from Elenwen. Goodbye. Vittoria, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Have you tried the wine? It's better than anything in the Blue Palace.
It's very nice to meet you. You'll have to
enjoying the party.
Very much so, yes. Elenwen's parties are always so elegant. She really has impeccable taste.
Don't worry.
My only regret is that she doesn't host them more often.
Oh, don't
It was
worry
a
about
pleasure.
me.
Thank you.
I relish
Wait.
the challenge.
Look what she's holding. Is she holding a goblet and a tankard at the same time? Ooh.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships with the movers and shakers of Skyrim.
Quite the gathering, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, quite. So many important people from all across Skyrim. Don't let me keep you.
I would have asked him what he does for a living, but I feel like that one's a little bit obvious.
I hope you're enjoying
There are
yourself.
words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these, Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages.
Are you having a good time?
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but
Pardon.
honesty is rarely so pleasing.
I do visit the embassy often.
There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these, Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can.
No matter how harsh the winter, the crops that grow there
May
never
wisdom
falter.
light your path.
But
Even
apparently when it
every
comes
other
to
farm
alcohol,
in the hold is barely scraping
she's
by,
all
the harvest at
in.
Burlstead is always bountiful. Is it good fortune? The blessings of the divines? Who knows?
I haven't talked to Jarl Sidgir yet.
Why would anyone join the Stormcloaks? They have a fraction of the Empire's wealth and power.
Have you known Elenwen long?
I've known her long enough to appreciate her excellent taste in food and wine. And also long enough to respect her importance to Skyrim. She plays a vital role in rooting out the forbidden worship of Talos. As far as I'm concerned, those Talos worshippers get what they deserve. All they do is cause problems for me and the other Jarls.
Some Jarls resent the Thalmor. How about you?
Yes, I know what you mean. Most Nords struggle to accept change. Those who fought the Thalmor in the Great War still see an enemy. But that war is over, and a new day has dawned. Besides, the Thalmor reward their friends richly. Anyone who doesn't take advantage of that is a stubborn fool. Until later, then.
Okay, correction. There are two main motivations for people being
The hospitality of the Thalmor Embassy.
money and,
I should be back in Windhelm. I've
well,
got work to do.
booze.
How is any Smith going to compete with that?
Where did,
Are you enjoying the party?
I find these parties such a
Very much
dreadful
so.
bore.
And thank you for asking. If I had my way, I'd spend all my time at parties like this.
One thing everyone
and
can
none of
agree
it
on.
dealing with the
This
common
war
rabble.
is bad for business.
Please, help yourself to more wine.
I can see you spent no expense.
Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap
Ellen
ale
say
and
she's going to
stale
open a
bread.
bottle of her best firebrand
This
wine
is
later.
only a taste of the benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with Thalmor interests.
What does your position as Thalmor Ambassador involved? Just a little bit curious.
One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
Captain Saphia is far too proud a woman for that.
I've never quite understood exactly what the Justiciars do. Sorry. More curiosity on my part.
The Thalmor Justiciars are so often misunderstood. Our primary goal is to preserve the peace between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. The worship of the false god Talos contributed to the unfortunate friction that led to the Great War. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence between the two powers. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated in the interests of peace. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics.
No, out of curiosity, do you host these parties often?
Quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors.
Thank you for your time, Lady Eldwin. I trust the rest of the party will be, well, a party. Have a good night.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm ready for this party to be over.
I know just what you mean. Heard anything interesting?
Yes, what do you need?
I'd like a
We
drink,
seem to
please.
have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment. Mm-hmm.
Solitude for well over a month, and
Okay,
no
well-
sign of shipping out anytime soon.
Okay, I'm gonna quick save again, and I am now going to approach Vittoria Vici,
Captain Saphia couldn't
who
afford the repairs.
I had approached
Of course, she would never
before.
admit such a thing. Captain Saphia is far too proud a woman.
What can I get for you?
I already have a drink. I'm sorry. I don't need anything.
I hope
So,
you're enjoying yourself.
here's Vittoria.
One thing everyone can agree on. This war is bad for
Are
business.
the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening mine?
If the parties bore you, why attend them?
The East Empire Company has interests all across
troubling
Tamriel,
times indeed.
inside and outside the Empire's borders. We try not to get involved in politics. However, as the head of the company, it's my job to make sure we maintain good relationships with prospective partners and investors.
Does your company do business with the Thalmor?
A delicate question, to be sure. I'm the Emperor's cousin, and the Empire has little love for the Thalmor. On the other hand, the Thalmor have considerable funds and are looking to expand their shipping. I haven't signed any deals yet, but I'm sure my cousin would want a cut if I do. What better way to soothe his wounded pride?
Who knows?
Do you want to help me with something?
Oh? Something interesting, I hope.
I need you to cause a scene, get everyone's attention for a few minutes. I know I asked you a few minutes before.
I don't want to do anything that might offend Elenwen. There is a lot of money at stake, after all.
Ah, yes. Don't worry, I just want to play a joke on someone.
I don't think so. Sorry. I would love to help you, but Elenwen can be very vindictive. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
I did hear that
That's fair.
Stormcloak was slain while defending
Okay,
Nilfheim against
so
the dragon.
apparently I don't have a high enough persuade stat as Felix
wager it was
Oddball.
Ulfric himself
Well,
that
that's
started the rumor.
terrifying.
Maybe
I haven't
he
talked
thought
to
it
the
would both be
bard
recruitment.
yet, and then upon doing that, I will
Is my staff sealed
kick
to
things
you?
off.
Very much so, and thank you for
I hope
asking.
you're enjoying the music, sir.
I'll leave you to it.
I am, yes. Sorry to interrupt your playing. Which you notice that the music, there's still music going on.
It's been a brutal winter.
No.
I can't remember the last time it was this cold and for this long.
Yes, what do you need?
I'm ready.
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that.
Well, I did.
I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Windhelm against a dragon, but it sounds too good to be true.
Hmm.
I'll wager it was Ulfric himself that started the rumor.
Is there
Maybe he
anyone
thought it would
else
bolster
that can
recruitment.
cause a scene?
I came here hoping to learn that more Imperial reinforcements were on their way to Skyrim, but so far, I've been disappointed.
How are you enjoying the party?
Well enough, I suppose. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable.
Can the Thalmor be trusted?
For now, perhaps. But I've heard disturbing rumors that they're marshalling their strength. I suspect the treaty that ended the war was just a tactic to buy time so the Thalmor can rebuild their armies. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not sure the Empire can afford another war. Good speaking with you.
You as well. Okay.
Are the dragons frightening
Well,
your people as much as they're frightening mine? These are troubling
If I
times
had
indeed.
my way, I'd spend all my time at parties like this, and none of it dealing with the common rabble.
I need you to help
Well,
with something.
let's hear it.
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few
I
minutes.
trust you don't presume on our friendship. I'm a Jarl after all. I wouldn't want to appear foolish in front of these people.
Of course. You won't be the one that looks foolish, I promise.
Sorry. I really can't risk it. I'm sure you can find someone else with a little less dignity.
I'm sorry, just...
Is the food and drink to your liking?
Everything is splendid, thank you.
It pleases
Okay,
me to
so
hear you
bad
say
news.
so.
It is not eyes that reveal another's true
Very
nature.
bad news.
It
I
is
can't
heart.
cause a scene. I cannot cause a scene.
This war has taken a toll on the merchants of Skyrim. Let's hope that it ends soon for their sake.
I couldn't agree more. By the way...
What can I get for you, sir? Good day.
Well, I did hear that...
Yes, what do you...
Of
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Together in one building, and they're poor as wretches.
Well, this is terrifying. This is a buzzkill. Can I
Is
not
the food and drink to your
distract
liking?
them?
I suppose so, yes.
It pleases me to hear you say so.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm on duty.
Of
course.
It's shameful that the dark...
What does a
elves
fellow
are made
need to do to get a drink around here?
You speak truly.
Here, I brought you.
The one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
The harvest at Rorikstein
Oh.
is always bountiful. Is it
Actually,
the blessings of the divine?
that is something you can do for me.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat
And all this is right in front of a guard.
Stand back and behold
Hi.
my
Hello.
handiwork.
Couldn't agree more. By the way, have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress. I speak figuratively, of course.
Let's go,
Nothing could be
before
more
anyone
unlikely
notices us.
than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her.
So, optional, retrieve the gear.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Of course.
Who comes, Malburn? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
Thank you. So... I'm going to retrieve it against my better judgment, but I'm not going to use it, if that makes sense.
Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed.
I couldn't agree more. By the way, have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
Or if I can help it at all.
Did you see those robes
You're on your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds.
And upon hearing that, Felix is going to find a place to hide. It's not really the greatest hiding place, but it'll do for now. Because, well, Skyrim actually has a stealth mission in it. I've never really been... great at stealth missions in this game. Ooh. Actually, in any of the Elder Scrolls game, I haven't been great at stealth missions. Quick, hide behind the door. Okay, so... they seem to just patrol the room. Alright. So I know which way I need to go. Am I able to get down there from this side? That's the question. That would be a no. This is this is what you'd call a dead end. I did, however, find some bedrooms. Not gonna steal anything, though. It's important that I don't steal anything. I could open Skyrim, but that's probably a bad idea. Because, okay, a Thalmor wizard was making their way through there. Ooh. And that person's gonna be, they're gonna be leaning on the counter there. Oh gosh. This is low-key terrifying. Well, how am I going to get past them? Okay, they appear to be at the cupboard there. Ooh. Please don't spot me. Oh. He literally made eye contact with me. There was literally eye contact involved. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. I don't dare switch to third person to look because I always forget which control is which. Okay. I'm gonna quick save again because I'm halfway across the chamber already. This is kind of a slow process. Okay, knowing that a Thalmor soldier does have the tendency to come in here, I'm going to sneak. And that's where it all goes wrong. So I'm going to reload. Because they just say, you're dead. What's through that door? Okay, so they're going over to that cabinet there. Oh. That requires a key, so I'm back over here in this corner. What I need to wait for is when the one is leaning on the counter with the pillar in their vision, while the other one is over there checking the closet. And that's all I can hope for. Okay, they're standing there looking at that. Gosh, ooh, and they're coming my way, so that's terrifying enough. Let's see here. Point of view is right stick. Sadly, that doesn't really get me much in the department of being able to see what their movements are on the other side of this. So that one went that way. There was one. Spotted again. By that one that's down the hall. Man, I don't... Okay. So I'm going to try sneaking past this one, around the corner. Okay. So I didn't move, so they didn't see me. Wow, that was close. Okay, so that auto-saved. Oh, what? But... okay. So apparently, one of them saw me. Ah. There they are. Okay. What? Oh. potential. Do they just spot me no matter what? Is that how this works? Or am I able to... I can't go through there, so I'm just spotted there too. This is tough. What am I supposed to do here? Like I said, I've played through this game multiple times. This is a mission I always fail at. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh. Okay. Okay, so using a third-person perspective, I can kind of keep track of the movements of everybody here, hopefully. So there's the one. See, what I'm hoping to be able to do is go around the walls there to the side, jump down. Problem being, so that guard stays there. And then, okay, there's that guard moving there. Okay. Where'd that one go, though? Okay. I half wonder if the premise of this part is always going to end up being have to kill, because I have to get across to that building there, which requires going around these sidewalls. The thing is, I don't have any cover until I'm behind that tree. And they can see me regardless of that, at any given point. Oh, Assassin's Creed and Skyrim. Oh, why? Okay, so that guard is moving to there, and that guard is moving up to there. Then they turn around. Okay, there are 3 individuals out in that courtyard. The wizard was the one that the Thalmor wizard was the one that spotted me that time. But I couldn't see him. I wonder why. Okay, so there's the one guard. Making their way over to here. I think this bit just requires patience, sadly. Okay, so that guard's there, and they're moving. There's the secondary guard that's moving, and then where is the wizard? There's the wizard. It's bad enough having to get around 2 individuals. Having to get around 3. Now that's a nightmare. I was briefly detected there, but no action was taken. Oh. Okay. So wait too long and you get spotted by them regardless. That's a little unfair. What am I supposed to do here? I just want to test this.
I'll let you live this time.
Okay.
Never should have come here.
Gosh! Why? An hour into this recording, and I think I'm going for a new personal best on this because I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing here. This is the part I always mess up on, especially this part. How do I get across the courtyard without anybody noticing, without being noticed? And obviously, I don't have anything with invisibility. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, this is... Okay, I'm about to do something dumb. Told you it was dumb. So I think they're going to spot me regardless of what I do here. Which is only slightly terrifying, to be perfectly honest. The guard makes their way there. The wizard makes their way over to there. The wizard... Yeah, the wizard is going to spot me regardless. That's not great. Oh. Okay, and now they're back to the beginning of their patrol. How am I supposed to get around? Coast appears clear, but I can guarantee that it's not. Coast is certainly not clear. I'm just gonna book it
I
here.
need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence. Do not presume, sir. You are most
Okay.
useful, but do not
Okay.
presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
They're having a discussion there.
His story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks, in the end. Now, I have work to do. Leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help you.
Ooh. Dragon investigation, current status. First Emissary Elinwyn. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead, whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications is holding back the information we seek. I have authorized intermediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect more will be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I will inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome, as always. I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Roulindil, Third Emissary. Or Third EM. I don't know if that stands for emissary or not. Interrogation chamber key. That could prove useful. Thalmor dossier. Delphine. Status. Active. Capture or kill. High priority. Emissary level approval. Description. Female. Breton. Mid-50s. Background. Delphine was a high-priority target during the First War for both operational and political reasons. She was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She had been identified and was slated for the initial purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, in one case killing an entire assassination team. Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements, as she has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no move against her should be made without overwhelming force and the most careful preparation. All of that explaining why she's been hiding as an innkeeper, why she's been maintaining that ruse. She's in her 50s. Huh. Killed an entire assassination squad. Okay, I'd believe that. Wow, she's pretty good. Operational notes. She's believed to still be working actively against us within Skyrim. Although we have no location on her, assumed to be working alone, as no other blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with other fugitive blades for her own security. One of the reasons she has so far evaded elimination. Her continued existence is an affront to all of us. Any information on her whereabouts or activities should be immediately forwarded to the Third Emissary. So this confirms that there have been other blades, but the Thalmor have been tracking each and every one of them down because of their actions as, I guess you could say, spies or infiltrators during the Great War, which happened years prior to the White Gold Concordant. Thalmor dossier, Ulfric Stormcloak. Status, asset, uncooperative, dormant, emissary level approval. Description, Jarl of Windhelm, leader of Stormcloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. Background, Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire, when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned of his potential value, son of the Jarl of Windhelm, and he was assigned as an asset to the interrogator, who is now First Emissary Elinwyn. He was made to believe information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City. The city had in fact fallen before he had broken, and then allowed to escape. After the war, contact was established, and he has proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Markarth Instant was particularly valuable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim, although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Which is an interesting note, because Ulfric Stormcloak is on the side of Talos worship, on the side of Nords, and not following the Thalmor. The Thalmor hunting down and killing, presumably, Talos worshippers. This is interesting. For them to be working with the one leading all of that. Operational notes. Direct contact remains a possibility under extreme circumstances, but in general the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the Civil War proceeds in its current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands-off. The incident at Helgen is an example where an exception had to be made obvious. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory and thus harmed our overall position in Skyrim. Note, the coincidental intervention of the dragon at Helgen is still under scrutiny. The obvious conclusion is that whoever's behind the dragons also has an interest in the continuation of the war. But we should not assume, therefore, that their goals align with our own. A Stormcloak victory is also to be avoided, however, so even indirect aid to the Stormcloaks must be carefully managed. So,
he talked to me.
What does that say? Just take a brief pause here. Just a brief quick save.
You'd like to come
and a
downstairs
pause.
with me, is that it, Gissa?
A brief quick save and a pause here. That's a lot of lore dumping right there, let me tell you. I normally don't. Prior to this, normally I didn't really read through these too much. I did in a couple of playthroughs. But based upon this, the Thalmor are playing both sides. Ultimate goal? To take control of Skyrim. It's somewhat as was feared, that the Thalmor are biding their time to rebuild their armies. And with that, the dragon attack at Helgen was not their responsibility. It was not their doing. Which raises the question, whose is it then? Who did it? That remains to be seen. Although, there is sort of an idea already. Won't spoil anything, but if you've been paying attention, we've sort of seen what's been happening so far in game, in this narrative progression. But let's get back to it. Enough.
Loose his bonds and put you in a cell together. You can ask him anything you like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
Ooh. I knew he was telling the truth. I can always tell.
Runendil.
They're scared of the dragons too, aren't they? Paying too well? They don't know anything.
I don't think they'll notice that's missing. But I need to follow Rulindil down to here. Ooh, there's a chest. Okay, not much. It's something though. I do have the chamber key for this. This might be extremely stupid what I'm doing.
Stop, please. I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you already?
Silence. You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to. Master Rolandil will ask the questions.
Let's begin again.
No, for pity's
You know the
sake.
rules.
I've already told you everything.
start at the beginning, as usual.
They're full on
If you
torturing this
persist in
man.
this stubbornness, I'll have...
catching my breath. Why wouldn't I tell you again? I don't even know anything. There's an old man. He lives in Riften. He could be this Esbern you're looking for, but I don't know. He's old and seemed kind of crazy. That's all I know.
And his name is...
I don't know his name. Like I've already told you 100... Oh!
You know the rules. Just
Ooh.
answer the questions. And where can we find this nameless old man?
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've seen him down in the Ratway. Maybe he lives down there, but I don't know for sure.
That will be all for now. I must say I continue to be disappointed in your lack of cooperation. I hope next time you will do better.
What else do you want from me? I've already told you everything. Listen, if you let me go, I can take you to Riften, show you where... Ah! Oh!
Silence, prisoner.
Oof. So they exited out, closed the door, and then reopened it. Oh. And now they're standing guard over there. Okay. They're mildly aware of my presence, but... Oh dear. Oh no. Well, I don't know if I can save him. Which is a terrifying thought. I don't know if I can sneak around effectively either. It looks like I need to get into the chest behind the third emissary, or the emissary. Okay. Okay, they're continuing their rounds. So I need to wait, Okay. Go. Okay, get over to this side. Use third person, because I need to sneak around behind. That was there. I don't think I can save Etienne Rarnus. If that is his name. If I said that properly. I don't think I can save him. At least not on Legendary. So, I think sadly I have to leave him be. But now's my chance. Thalmor dossier. Esbern. Status. Fugitive. Capture only. Highest priority. Emissary level approval. Description. Male. Nord. Late 70s. Background. Esbern was one of the Blade's lawmasters prior to the First War against the Empire. He was not a field agent, but is now believed to have been behind some of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades during the pre-war years, including the Falnesti incident and the breach of the Blue River prison. His file had remained dormant for many years. an inexcusable error on the part of my predecessor, who has been recalled to Alienor for punishment and re-education, in the erroneous belief that he was unlikely to pose a threat due to his advanced age and lack of field experience. A salutary reminder to all operational levels that no Blades agents should be considered low priority for any reason. All are to be found in justice exacted upon them. Wow. That's rough. Operational notes. As we are still in the dark as to the cause and meaning of the return of the dragons, I have made capturing Esbern our top priority, as he is known to be one of the experts in the dragon lore of the Blades. Regrettably, we have yet to match their expertise on the subject of dragons, which was derived from their Akaviri origins, and is still far superior to our own, which remains largely theoretical. The archives of Cloud Ruler Temple, which is believed to have been the primary repository of the oldest Blades lore, were largely destroyed during the siege, and although great effort has been made to reconstruct what was lost, it now appears that most of the records related to dragons were either removed or destroyed prior to our attack. Thus, Esbern remains our best opportunity to learn how and why the dragons have returned. It cannot be ruled out that the Blades themselves are somehow connected to the dragon's return. We have recently obtained solid information that Esbern is still alive and hiding somewhere in Riften. Interrogation of a possible eyewitness is ongoing. We must proceed carefully to avoid Esbern becoming alerted to his danger. If he is indeed in Riften, he must not be given an opportunity to flee. Wow, okay. That's a lot. Okay. Well, time to make a quick escape.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Never mind.
Silence,
I'm
traitor.
dead already.
Move slowly.
Okay.
He's got to be here somewhere.
Well, that's a terrifying prospect. They're doing a search and destroy mission on Felix Oddball. Not cool. Not cool at all. That's honestly hilarious. I mean, who would ever suspect needing to check underneath the stairs? Okay. Elements Solaire. AKA, I believe, her chambers. Oh, it's an empty chest. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm back here. Oh. Here's the thing, though. I think the exit I needed to take was on the opposite side of that room. Nice. Okay. Well, anything I can do with sneak? Yes.
Is someone there?
Oh dear. I think they just murdered Malborn.
Must have been nothing.
Well, you just killed Malborn. he didn't.
Is someone there?
Oh! Oh! I would prefer, if at all possible, to not leave any casualties this go round. That would be... Seems only fair. Now. Okay. Okay. They're going from cell to cell, it looks like. If they start coming my way, which it looks like they might be, I'm going to slink back behind the stairs into the shadows. Okay. Definitely not an ideal scenario at all. Okay. Back into the corner behind the barrels. I know I'm quick saving a lot, but in this instance, that's almost necessary. Because of things like that. I get spotted once, and I guess Malburn is trying to protect me, but I don't really want to get him killed either. Okay. Requires a key to open. Requires a key to open. Oh no.
What was that?
What was that? Is someone there?
Oop. Okay. Okay. So I know I can get over to the hatch. I can get to the trap door. But one of these guards has the key on them. Right? Is that right? Or is the key somewhere else? Someplace else? Which, that's a terrifying prospect, to say the least. Potion of minor healing, I'll take that. Okay.
Huh? Now you're mine. Victory is yours.
Yep, nope. Reloading that. It's probably the 8th or 9th. No, it's been way more than that. I've had way more failed attempts than that. Huh. Okay. Back behind this stairwell. Or back into here. Okay. Ah. Dang it. Where's the key for that when you need it? Well, actually, if I remember correctly, it's hanging on the wall somewhere. Okay, so I know that guard does not have the key. At least I don't think they do. Obviously they don't see me, which is good.
Did you hear something?
Really? Okay. So I've located the one that has the key. Annoyingly, there's a chance of messing it up. I had a 58% chance though. Come on. That's rough. I was in good position to be able to snag it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna quick save again. I know there's been a lot of that, but I really, really need this key. Oh, I finally did it. I did it. I finally got out of there through the trap door. Well, let me put some things back on here so I'm not completely useless. Okay. Where do I go from here? It's really dark through there. So, candlelight? Okay. Now I can see where I'm going. So it exits out into a cave. However, that cave just so happens to be inhabited. And it's a frost troll. I'd prefer not to take on a frost troll, thank you very much, but he's seen my candlelight spell, which is not good. Not good at all. At least I know where I'm going now. But I need to wait for this light to wear off. I suspect there might be things in this cave that could prove useful, or at least interesting. Okay, there's Frosty there. So I'll just sneak around here. Okay. Some bones and bone fragments. Okay, that's the way out of the cave. And then behind the troll, however, there's a real treasure trove to be had. I can sell that. Oh dear. Oh. Read an interesting. Get away, get away. Oh. No. None of that. No. Okay. Take that. Search the satchel quickly. Oh! 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 I took a hit. Run! Sorry, friend. Sorry, friend. Let me just be on my way. And away I shall go. Back to Riverwood. Oh, I also... Okay, so made it back to Riverwood. I want to make sure that I grabbed... Yes. An unusual gem. Good. Good. Because... Oh, that just says recover your equipment. So that's... I guess that's part
They're
of
reforming the Dawn Guard.
what's going on with
Hunters or something.
meeting back with Delphine. Man, that did not go as well as I hoped it would.
Come on in.
I had
Let me know
high
if you
hopes,
need
but
anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
things don't always go according to plan, now do they? Oh.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
The Thalmor know nothing about the dragons.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Why do you send me if you weren't going to believe me?
You're right. I was sure it must have been them. If not the Thalmor, who? Or what?
I don't know. But the Thalmor are looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
So the Thalmor think... They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Thank you for the advice. Oh, wow, okay. And I got my stuff back. Excellent. Excellent. That being the case... Huh. Okay. Most things were returned to me. Not all were. See, I have all of this. Oh, never mind. There's the iron helmet. I wondered where it was. On that note, whew, this one's been a wild ride. This episode. Sneaking through the Thalmor embassy. It's never easy. Especially on Legendary. So, word of advice. I mean, mean, I don't know if there's much advice I can give here other than just do your best. Just do your best. And in this case, I did do a lot of reloading, and that was because once you start combat in the Thalmor Embassy, it a lot of times carries through to a lot of different places, and on Legendary, you know, as you saw with one of the attempts in the courtyard there, I shot a sneak attack arrow and only did probably a ninth of one of the soldiers' health. So that tells you they're kind of tanky. So that is why I am terrible at that mission. I'm good at sneaking in Skyrim. Don't get me wrong. I've eventually figured out where to hide in different rooms and behind staircases. But there's a lot of nuance to it. There's a lot of getting lucky with being able to sneak around and grabbing the key off of the one guard. So all I can say is being able to go through there without killing and without having them aggro against my compatriot in there. So that's something that can be said. So yeah, this has been a longer one than normal here. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Thank you all for watching this, and if you liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more videos, and leave a comment as to what you'd like to see me do playstyle wise. Would you like me to focus on one-handed, two-handed, on archery, sneak, barter, what types of magic would you like me to use? Basically, just give your general opinions on what would you like to see in upcoming episodes. Is there something you want me to focus on for a specific episode? And also, I should note that there will be a few week hiatus from the series as I'm going to have some scheduling conflicts here. But 6 episodes are out already. I'm hoping you've watched all of them. If not, go back and watch some of them. On that note, I think we should call this one a night. This is the Nerdy Librarian, signing off for the night.